And we're back to JavaScript. Let us check the next exercise. I'm going to solve translation service. I'm going to go over it a little bit slower, as it's one of these concept exercises, or I don't know what they call it in Exercism, but it's definitely one of these exercises that you have to solve to get through the curriculum. Let us start right here. First part is given, so our constructor uses the API. I will have to start with the free part in code line 29. This is task 1. We want to implement a method free using text that provides the translation. We don't care about quality or any errors in this case, so this is actually pretty easy to do. And by the way, read through the concepts here yourself. There's a lot of text. I don't want to have to read this to you. You can do that yourself on Exercism. It's free to access if you're new to it. So we use this .api and then we'll fetch using the text that's given. And we'll have our results using then, and the result is the translation. So this should already be the solution here. You can see it runs. Let us go to task 2, which is the batch. On this time, be careful, we have multiple texts, so our parameter here is text and not text. We have an array of text in this free service, and here we actually have an error that we want to return. Batch is empty. If the batch is empty, so our array doesn't contain any text. To solve this, we'll just check for text dot length, and if this is equal to 0, we know that it's empty. So this is what we're going to return here. Batch is empty. Let me copy paste this. We'll have to use promise in this case, and then reject using new batch is empty, and this covers the error. And if we don't have an error, we simply return another promise. In this case, it's all text, and we'll map it. And then use this .free.bind, and once again this. Let me check it. And you can see it runs, it solves task 2. Let's go ahead to task 3, which is the request. And here again we have a text, not texts. Have to be very careful here with typos and names. To solve it, I've just created a new prom. So it's just short for promise. And a new promise using resolve and reject. we'll use this API request text and the results, and then we have the two cases for results. We'll reject it or we'll resolve it. So you can read this simply as an if-else. And in the task, it is said that we have to call it 3 times. So when you return it, return the original prompt and then catch it 2 times. And this is going to be a 3-time call or a 3-time try. On this solves task number 3. Task number 4, we only have to go to our premium here. Text and minimum quality is given. And below we have a class for quality threshold not met. We're going to use it in our premium, but we don't have to adjust it anymore. And here I have to be very careful when it comes to typos, because there are a couple of parentheses here. At first we will return this.api.fetch using the text and then catch. And inside we use the request for the text. And here you have to be careful, don't use a semicolon in code line 81 because we want to chain then to it. And inside of then using results, we'll have an if case for the quality. And if the result quality is smaller than the minimum quality, we'll use what I've just mentioned, this given class of quality threshold not met. And otherwise we'll return result.translation. And I've made a typo. Let's check code line 80. There I've missed a parenthesis. It should open here. Let me check. And it should close right there. So this was what I was missing. And obviously in code line 86 it's a semicolon, so I have to fix that. So be careful here with the parentheses, it's easy to get lost. But let me show you, if I add a semicolon here, dot then is not chained anymore and is not going to run. So usually I like to add the semicolon after a function ends, but in this case, due to the chain in 82, you have to leave it out. Be careful with this, and then you should be good with this exercise translation service on Exercism. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.